So before you mentioned that when you got to Mason, you'd seen people that you'd never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So to follow up with that, how diverse was it at that time, and was it surprising to you to meet so many students that were different from yourself?
It was a surprise to me because I knew there was a big wide world out there, I just never had experienced it. On the soccer team, I met my first Iranian, my first person from Ghana, my first Chinese friend from China, my first several Middle Eastern friends, my first Latin American friends. It's hard to believe now. I think there were 3 white Americans on the squad when I was there. And that was probably more than enough because the other guys were so much better soccer players than us, and it was just a joy to watch. But these guys, you know, I could tell you, they changed my worldview because I was naive. I was coming from the blue-collar background that I did. I was suspicious of everyone, and what I had was mine because I didn't have much. And these guys taught me to open up and share what you have. And if somebody wants to share, take what they're sharing. And really to have a whole different outlook on life. You know, every day is a joy. You know, let's make it a good one and have some fun. Do hard work, but let's make it count and enjoy ourselves. I used to sit back and just watch these guys just, you know, carry on and you know, in a mature type kind of way. But it was a lot of fun, and you know, they actually brought me out of my shell, I guess. You know, very influential. The rest of the campus was just as diverse. That soccer team was a microcosm of the whole campus. Well, we had 4,500 students, and maybe in those days a third of them non-American, which was extraordinary. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I was the first MC for the first international night. Now it's International Week, but I've got pictures of me somewhere in a kind of a fake tuxedo and red tennis shoes, because that was the thing to do. And out in the front of the stage, and behind me are people in native folk garb from Latin America doing dances and things like that. It's kind of cool to think about that I had something to do with it. I don't know why, because I was so shy and retiring. I just thought these guys brought me out, didn't I? They drew me out, and one thing led to another, and had some fun with them. Yeah.
So where was the first international night?
The first international night was held in the lecture hall, on the stage of the lecture hall. And we had probably about half of it was full, and we had maybe 10 acts that came on one after the other, song and dance mostly. I did the comedy routine, and the comedy, you really had to see it, but I'm going to describe it real quick, and you can edit this out because it is the most bizarre thing. I got away with this, I can't believe it. We had a bed sheet, we had a hole in it, and I stuck my head through the hole. And we had a flannel shirt pinned to the bed sheet. And there was a guy behind me, and he stuck his arms around my head and through the sleeves, right? So my hands were through 2 other holes, and they put fake pants on my, and shoes.
Okay.
So from a distance, I looked like this tall. But I had no control over my hands because he's behind me and he can't see what's going on. So of course, I had to eat a pie. I had to spin a basketball. I had to catch things they were throwing at me, and it was brutal, but it brought the house down. His name was Little Ernie. That was the name of the act, and I thought, this is it. I'm going to be in showbiz.